Can you talk about how that works? Why it seems like you're working so much harder when you're doing it on there, yet it doesn't feel challenging. It just the end result is like, whoo, I'm hot, had a decent amount of work put in.
Sure. There's really two things that you're asking. The first is we never tell people what they should be doing. The first question when they come into our clinic is, what do you want to be able to do? And quite often people say, I don't want to hurt when I get out of bed. I
Yeah.
don't want my feet to feel swollen when I get home from work. I have this nagging problem in my hips, or I have pelvic floor issue, whatever it is. When they define what's important to them, and then we use vibration as part of the strategy for how to deal with it. Because once we get them solving that problem that was insolvable for a long time, then we hook them. Then we know that we can use that toolbox in a variety of different ways. But your question about how does it work? So the first thing is that the power plate provides a stimulus in hertz. Somewhere between 30 and 50 hertz is how the unit would be turned on. 30 hertz means that the body would have 30 vibrations or 30 muscle contractions a second. So if I'm lifting a traditional weight and my pen is a weight and I'm lifting it up and down, I can only lift a weight, whatever this weight is, up and down. But with 30 hertz, I'm making sure that all the muscles of the arm or all the muscles of the leg or whatever body part I'm using are contracting. So I don't have to have my brain tell my muscles to work. The vibration is forcing the muscles to work. That's a
Got it.
good thing. So somewhere between 30 and 50 hertz is what somebody would normally use. In our clinic, we use 30 to 35 hertz, and it's a wonderful pacing for almost every situation I can think of. The second thing that would be set, and one of the nice things is that when you get a power plate, these are already set in the box, so you don't have to know how to fix anything. It's plug and play. 30 to 35 hertz, then it's the time. How much time of exposure to 30 vibrations or 30 vibrations a second? And it may not seem like a lot, but a minute of exposure, a minute of your muscles firing 30 times every second is a lot, so that you can decrease the time of warm-up or decrease the time of training, because you're overloading the system effectively, safely, in a very controlled environment. So hertz, how many contractions a second? Time, how long does that vibration, that hertz, go for? And then it also comes at two different levels, a low and a high. So if you're just beginning with a plate, we would recommend that you start at the level low. I can't imagine that unless you're a very large frame individual, that you would go to high, 30 hertz, 60 seconds on low. You feel after a minute, go, oh my God, I've just been working for 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not that you're exhausted. It's that all the muscles that are in that joint area or in that body part have been firing for that period of time. It's a legal, safe, putting your body on steroids so that you get more bang for your invested time buck.
Yeah, that's how it feels. It feels like that's what I mean. Like it feels like you put in a lot of work, but it wasn't terribly challenging during the process.
That's exactly what people say. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Now,
incredible.
why is that important? Is because your body needs to warm up anyway. Do you want to do it over a 10 to 15 minute period, or do you want to make that warm up a little more efficient, less time? Most people go, time is really important to me. I don't have a lot of time to do things. So yes, I want to make my warm up more efficient. And for a lot of people, they go, well, geez, I never even thought of warming up. I just jump right into exercise. The second thing is that you don't want to be strong in just one joint angle. You want to be strong in a number of joint angles. And with vibration, you're not letting the brain tell the muscles to fire. The vibration is forcing the muscles to fire in a safe, healthy environment. Force may be the wrong word, but stimulates the muscles to fire. And the
Yes.
third is everyone needs to recover. Everyone needs to recover. There is no such thing as exercising at the highest level and then just stopping. In the same way, when you're on a highway driving, when you're going to exit the highway, you don't exit at 70 miles an hour. You start to slow down as you're going to exit. Well, the same thing with the body. The body wants to calm down. You've been shunting blood to the exercising muscles for 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 60 minutes, but then we want the body to go back to a more homeostasis position. So cooling down is just as important as the warm-up and training.
Yes.
So this is a tool in your toolbox of options to make your day-to-day life, your ADLs or your activities of daily living, more effective. And it also gives you the option that if you choose to do more, you want to go from your evening walk to a little bit of a jog, or you're getting ready to go for ski season and you want to get your legs ready for skiing, or your lower back is hurting, that whatever it is that you would want to do, one of the things that PowerPlate has is this library of routines, exercise routines, and ways to use the PowerPlate so that you don't have to have someone like me or yourself tell them what to do. They can go to the library and say, oh, I'm getting ready for ski season. What exercises can I use to get my legs ready for skiing? That's one of the, I think, the cool things about this modality.
From what you're telling me and from what I've experienced on it, it's really an isometric contraction, isn't it? I mean, isn't that what we're doing when the muscles are vibrating?
So, well, isometric means that there is no lengthening or shortening, so it would be stable. But you could stand on a power plate and not move. You could have 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot on the platform. So it depends on what movement or exercise you're doing. But the vibration is forcing the shortening and elongation of the muscles.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Muscles fire. If you were to take a rubber band and you pull the rubber band this far and let go, there's a certain amount of potential energy. But when you let go, it has force. It creates a force potential. If you warm up the muscles and they can stretch this far and you let go, it has more capacity to fire. And so with vibration, not only can you stretch the muscles, the muscle fibers, the muscle fibrils further, but you have more blood going to those tissues. They warm up faster, and you have more muscle fibers firing to do that activity.